Alright, so making soup. Nice chicken soup. We've got butternut squash. We've got some corn, mixed vegetables, some broccoli, onion, and it's got about 3 potatoes, regular white potatoes, and a sweet potato, and then some carrots. So I'm going to cut all this up and I'm going to put it in the Instant Pot. Making this in the Instant Pot, it should cook in about 15-20 minutes pressure, and then let it sit there for you know, for it to cool on its own for about 10 minutes. So this should be pretty easy. So let me cut up the vegetables. It's raining here today, so there's nothing nicer than having some soup when it's just pouring the rain outside, you know. So let me make some soup real quick. Oh, I'm also going to put some dumplings in here, some what they call spinners. So I'll put that there. Got to rinse them off. Sweet potato. These are hard to peel. I hate peeling sweet potatoes. I find it easier to peel with a knife than using the potato peelers. I don't know why. I've never had any good luck with potato peelers. And I've got a few. I've used quite a few of them. They just don't seem to work for me as well as a knife does. I ain't figured out why. It's probably my technique. Probably me. But I see plenty of people using them. So I'm just going to use a knife like I've been doing. Alright, so I'm going to come back to you when I've... Well, let me cut this up and show you how I cut it up. I'm going to wash all this stuff off. Once I've chopped it up. Whoops. That wasn't supposed to come out of there. And then chop it like that. Then put it into cubes like that, you know. And do the same thing with the potatoes. You also need some seasonings. You need some salt, pepper, some thyme. Gotta have your thyme. And some cayenne pepper and some garlic. And I'm going to use some Caribbean green seasoning, which I have on my channel. There's a recipe for that. I always put green seasoning in it because it's a conglomerate of seasonings. And it will make it taste very nice. Alright, so I'll come back to you when I finish chopping up this stuff, okay? I just want to show you how I do carrots. I don't actually peel them. I scrape them. That makes sure you keep as much nutrition as possible. I usually do this under the sink. It doesn't make a mess. But just scrape them like that and it gets all the skin off. Without you losing, you know, the carrot. You see? It's real easy. A lot easier than peeling them, right? And then once you do that, just gonna cut it. Whoops, I meant to go down the middle, but it didn't work out that way. This is how I'm going to cut them for the soup. You don't want to cut it too small because in a pressure cooker it might, you know, disintegrate to nothing. You want to still have some chunks left. So I'm putting everything in my bowl that I'm going to, it's like a colander. Well, actually it's a salad spinner bottom, but I'm using it as a colander. So I'm going to rinse all these vegetables off. found some leftover celery that was in the refrigerator, about to go bad, so I'm going to use that. I've rinsed it off, and just showing you how I'm going to cut it up. A lot of people say that celery can be used kind of like a substitute for salt. It doesn't taste salty to me, but that's what I hear people saying. But I'm still going to put salt in this anyway. So chop the ends off. Yeah. And I'm just going to chop this into small pieces. Use all your veggies up. Nothing like a good healthy soup. So I've washed the vegetables, I've cut them up, washed them off. So they're just sitting on the counter over there. So then we'll start assembling this stuff. Oh yeah, I'm going to put some bay leaves in here. And I've got some chicken I'm going to cut up also. So I'm going to put this in the Instapot since it's already washed. Just get that out of the way. Alright. Let me cut my chicken up next. Alright, I've got some chicken breasts here. When you make, we buy chicken breasts, but when you're making soups and stews with chicken, it's best to use chicken in the bone, like thighs or legs, because you get a lot of flavour out of that bone. So I'm going to substitute that with a chicken bouillon to get me the flavour. But I like to get chicken breast because there's not much fat in it. The chicken pieces with the bone have more fat that come out of them. So this is my so-called healthy option. Yeah, so let's cut this up and put it into small little chunks. I want it to be like bite-sized pieces, you know. It cooks faster and it's easier to eat when you do it like that. So I'll wash this chicken off with vinegar, as I do all my chicken. Get you a bowl of water, put about 2 teaspoons of vinegar in it. Let it sit there for about 10 minutes and then rinse it off, and that's how you clean the chicken. I'll do a video about that for you one day. Get the pieces of fat off. There's not much fat on chicken breast usually, but any I see I'm going to cut off it because who wants to bite into that? Alright. Okay, I'm going to put this in the crock pot. Not crock pot, I mean Instant Pot. I love this Instant Pot. I use it a lot. I use it a lot to make rice. Because it has a rice setting, put it on for 12 minutes and it's done. It's so easy. But it's, you know, it's good for other things too, of course. But it's turned into my rice cooker. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. I'm going to spray my counter, something that will kill the bacteria since I've been using chicken. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and I'll come back and wipe it off and get back to you. Alright, so here's my crock pot. I mean my Instant Pot. It's got my chicken pieces and my celery. So I'm going to put my vegetables in. Potato, sweet potato, and my onions. Alright. So of food. I haven't even made my dumplings yet. Put my squash in there. Butternut squash. Got to keep an eye on the max line, which is right there. Put about 2/3 of that in there. I was going to put the broccoli in there, but I don't think I'm going to put that in there now. It's going to be mushy from the pressure cooker. So here's thyme. I guess that's about 2 tablespoons. As you know, I don't measure anything. I kind of eyeball it. Too much salt I'm going to put in there. So it's about a teaspoon. Garlic, I love garlic. So, put quite a bit of that. It's just garlic powder. I'm going to put a bit of turmeric in there. You don't have to put turmeric in there, but it's got good medicinal properties, they say. So you have to put it, you have to use it with pepper though to enhance the effectiveness of it. So that's why I'm putting that in. And I got this seasoning called Slap Your Mama, Cajun seasoning, which I love. So I'm going to put a bit of that in there. This is kind of salty too, by the way. So you don't want to put too much because I notice it salts things up a bit. I've got some ginger. Don't want to put too much ginger. Ginger's pretty strong. So I've got some bay leaves. I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves in there. About 2. And you have to take the bay leaves out when it's finished cooking. Just hoping it doesn't disintegrate in the pressure cooker. Okay, here's my chicken bouillon. Any chicken bouillon will do. The kind I use doesn't have much salt in it because it's like all natural. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I buy it off of Amazon. I bought it one time and I've been buying it ever since. I love it. Because most bouillon cubes are real salty and this one has no salt in it. So it just gives you the chicken flavour. Plus they claim it's all natural, who knows. Alright, so pepper. If I can get it open. Oh my goodness. Oh, the tab is still on there. Okay. Alright, so I can't get it open how I want it open. Oh, here we go. I'll put that much black pepper in there. Okay, so I think we've put all our seasonings in. Let me show you the bouillon cube that I use. This is by Wesley Farms. This is no MSG added, no partially hydrogenated oils, no trans fats. Makes 150 cups of broth. So you just mix it with water if you want broth. I've been buying this for years and I love it. What you have to do is put some water in here, and I'm gonna fill it up to the max. No, actually I'm gonna put it just below the max line because I've got to make my dumplings to put in. So I'll be back when I fill it up with water, okay? Alright, so I'm going to make the dumplings. I'm just using regular flour for that. No self-rising, just regular flour. And I'm putting about 2 cups of flour. You don't have to be precise. And I'm going to put a cup of water in there. Let me get my spoon. Alright. You want it to be like a dough consistency. So you put your water in accordingly. You don't have to put any salt in this. Okay, a bit more water. These are not American dumplings. These are Caribbean dumplings I'm making. Like I said, we call them spinners. They're so good in soup. Okay. So this consistency is good. Okay. So the reason they're called spinners is because you get some, you make it into a ball, and then you spin it. Yeah, and then you just put it in the soup. And it's so good. This was like comfort food for me. As a kid, my mother would make soup on Saturdays. A lot of families and Caribbean families, they make soup on Saturdays. It's just a tradition type thing. And oh, love soup. I haven't put my green seasoning in yet. I forgot about that. I'm going to put that in. That's a bit too much. Okay, let me stir this soup. I forgot to stir it. That's why I say all the seasoning can mingle. Kind of difficult to do that once you've got the dumplings in there. Everything gets dispersed. Oh, it's a bit soggy. Okay, looks like I need some more flour in this. I'm going to put a bit more flour in. Entirely too sticky, so put about half a teaspoon in there. Okay, so now I can work with it. This pot looks so attractive with all the different colours in it. Got orange, green, yellow from the corn. It's going to be some good soup. Smaller is better because that way the dumplings go further, you know. Get more servings with dumplings and you have more per serving. Circle and then spin it. Circle and then spin it. Almost done. It's getting stickier as I'm going on. Okay. Okay, here's the last one. Alright, so let me get my green seasoning. Put that in there. So here's my green season. Keep it in the refrigerator. It lasts about a month because I use it up. It's very good. You can put in all kinds of things. So I'm going to put one whopping tablespoon of that in there. Actually, I'm going to put 2 in there. Gives it good flavour. There's a concoction of cilantro, onion, garlic, green pepper, red pepper. It's all fresh. So, and you mix it with some oil and a little vinegar. And to keep it in the refrigerator and it stays, you know, it gives food very good flavour. And put ginger in it too if I didn't say ginger. Alright, so let's put, we're still not at the max line. If you can see that. So I'm going to put a bit more water in there. I'm using purified water out of the refrigerator. So the max line is right there. Okay. Alright, oh, this is heavy. So I'm putting it in the Instant Pot. Oh, where's my lid? Okay. Make sure you seal it. Put it on seal. Okay, there is a soup function on this. So, I hit the soup function and I'm going to put it on 20 minutes. Okay. So it's going to cook for 20 minutes and then I have natural release for 10. So in 30 minutes we should have some good soup. Okay, here's the soup. Looks very nice. Okay, so I'm going to scoop some out into a bowl. I wish I had smell-o-vision. It smells so good. It's so healthy. Oops, can you see it? There you go. So there you have it.